my name is Daniel Joljaka, and we're going to be going over my design prototype for SIP311. And at the same time that this video is going to also be available and turned in with this document, um, I just wanted to, because they go hand in hand. So essentially, this document does a really good job, I feel, um, as going in to, and I'm going to fix a lot of the spelling mistakes and errors here, but just to quickly go over the document, we go into the innovative claim, the documentation goals and objectives, the code iterations. Well, I mean, you can't really see it here. Um, I go in and I talk in detail about the code. I talk about all the GUI versions, which have caused me a lot of problems, from my very early iterations of it, and I'm still learning about it because I haven't done a GUI in a while until this project. But anyways, staying on topic, I go through the GUI versions and I talk about what each version did and the leaps or knowledge that I gained from doing it, and I go into the scheduling. I kind of have it all detailed out, and I really wanted to get it well documented and really showcase everything that my project is going to be about. Um, and as I am working towards making it look better, more modern, more simplistic, and doing that. But anyways, without further ado, let's get right into it. So I would like to start off by my documentation. This is essentially what started it all. So I started off with the Node SIP project. We went in security protocol. I listed out what I wanted it to do. So I broke it down. Be like, okay, this is the main idea. This is what the project is. These are the subcategories of the objective or the main objective. So we went through, and then I improved the notes upon more, and I labeled out which ports I'm going to be looking at, why I'm looking at them, or what they do. You know, Also in the code, what I wanted it to say. I also went into the objectives, so then each sub-objective got broken down into objectives. So, you know, we went into there, and then I also took any type of feedback that I got, and I put it in here. So, like Professor B. Cody um, said to look into visualization library, so I went in and I looked, and ultimately I decided on matplotlib, which is what I'm currently using, and is right now a little bit unstable, but we're working towards that. Uh, I want to just show you all the code. So as you can see on the left, these are all the versions and stuff that I have done, and old GUI. I even tried code separating, different aspects of the scanner for different things to make it run smoother, but ultimately that just led to me taking my original scanner, which is right here. Let me close this so I could show and backspace it. So it all started out like this. We went in and created it, and I started writing code, and I really got into it. We have it here so it could detect what operating system is using, and then based off that operating system, it does inserts different commands into getting the Wi-Fi security, what protocol is being used, and to go on further, it goes into analyzing it. And this was the original thing that I was going to turn in as the design prototype because I was like, hey, it does everything that I set out for the design prototype to do, but I wanted to go a little bit above and beyond. As you can see, it tells you that your IP address, it tells what the current state is, it's up, the protocol, the status of each of the ports, your Wi-Fi security protocol, also the password strength, and we have a little tip to add more characters to increase the length to make it more secure. But then I'm like, okay, well, I finished that, and I'm like, well, I want to show off a little bit more, so, to actually visualize and show what I want everything to look like and what everything's going to do, and, the GUI and everything. So that led me into creating version 2, which shed, I believe I mentioned in the document, 55 lines of code, which was mostly print statements and all around increasing the efficiency of it. So right now we only have a few print statements, which is only there for debugging. So if there is a bug that arises, I can fix it. And here we go into version 2 of the GUI, because version 1, let me try bringing it up. This is what version 1 looked like. Didn't work, but it taught me everything that I needed to go forward on how to implement it. And the reason it wasn't working was because I did such a terrible job at the first initial scanner that I needed to make it more efficient, make it better, which led me into creating that. But here we go. This is version 2. Version 2, as you can see, is a lot more cleaner, a lot more oomph, you know what I mean? So you go in, you click the run scan, and it tells you the states. It does it all a lot clearer, gives you your password strengths moderate, tells you your tip, add more special characters to increase length. And this is all based on your Wi-Fi password. So as you can see, mine could probably be improved, to make it stronger. It tells me what my Wi-Fi security protocol is, which is WAP2 Personal. This is the current industry standard for home users, so that's pretty good. But if I could implement WPA3, and I believe there's hybrid opportunities for that too. But the main problem with this GUI is the fact that I could do this. Oh wait, I had it in caps lock, so I shouldn't be able to write in that. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, well, what can I do to make it so I can have it still show the ports, show the status of the ports, and the IP address. And going through my research, I saw that I could implement tree view, which led me up to version 3. So I got that closed. Let's go into version 3. Version 3 is where I feel like it started to really pick up. As you can see now, we have it. I can't type in here, but I can look at it, and I could go look at a single one, and it tells me green. Green means closed. That's good, right? And I also have my password strength is moderate, and it's giving me a yellow rating, which I'm probably going to change because this is just highlighted, but I just wanted to show the rating system. um, so we have, it tells us the ports, the protocol, the state of the ports, and it gives us the color, right? Which is great, and that's what we want. And then I'm like, okay, well, Professor Bicodi said to add visualization library. So, but before I did that, I wanted to make sure that I could have a modern look, and I wanted it to look a little bit more professional because right now it looks like it was running off of Windows XP, uh, Windows XP application, and we're in 2025, and that's a no-go. So we did custom TK Kinter. By we I mean me, and because I'm a little crazy. So right here, but you're noticing this is kind of grayed out. I'm still working on it, but what's cool about this is if you are already using dark mode on your operating system, it goes off of that because a lot of people love dark mode. I know a lot of people love dark mode. So if I go here, I switch to light, it goes to light. And it looks really clean, and I'm really liking it. It looks a lot better. The buttons look cleaner. It's not like blocky, and but this is, like I said, the first iteration. And then as I mentioned in the document, that we are, well, not the first iteration, but first iteration of custom TK Kinter being implemented. And then we have version 5, which currently isn't working because I'm running into issues with the visualization library matplotlib. But we're working past that, and we're going to be improving upon it, and it's going to look better. And then once we get this in, we're going to implement more visualization, and I want to keep a record of, have the program keep a record of the user's score so they could see like, hey, I've been improving, I'm doing better, I'm thinking that's good, I'm going to run it by, see if that is a good idea to add. But that's just something quickly off the top of my head that I was thinking about adding. So now that we went over the, I showcased the GUI, boom, we showed that it's working. Let me see what else is needed. So I also went over my scheduling timeline. So for May, we're going to fully add the visualization library and then refine the GUI further because I feel like there's more areas I could implement to make it look a lot better. Because going off of my previous iterations and mock-ups, um, it looked real basic. We were talking like a line there. I think I can pull it up real quickly. Let me go. We're going just off of what we wanted it to be. It was going to look like scan progress 75, real basic. I want to go above that. Now looking at this, I'm like, yeah, this was a really good concept to come up with off the top of my head, but I think I can make it look a lot better. And I mean, that's the whole point of a wireframe. That's the whole point of the prototypes is like, hey, can I improve this and make it look better? Yes. And that's where we're going. So then I have in June, we're going to meet again, with Professor Bicodi, and we're going to get his opinion on the progress that I've made so far and, receive feedback on what I should add and if there's other features to consider adding and start implementing the feedback and start cross-platform testing, which I do am very fortunate to have other platforms and other operating systems that I can test on. So for July, then we're gonna finish implementing the feedback, and if possible, meet again with Professor Bacodi to showcase the work that I have so far and see what he thinks and ask if there is anything else I should consider adding. August is the beginning, well, towards the end of August is the beginning of SIP 405, which I am very excited for. And my whole main objective was to get to SIP 405 with the project almost being complete and just having to go and do slow add-ons, maybe a couple adding of some features, and go forward from that. Um, and then in September we have implement what is needed and start finalizing the cross-platform testing. Make sure everything's running smoothly on other platforms. And then in November, we're going to have to finalize the application, finalize the documentation where I'm going to be creating videos showcasing how to use the app. I'm also going to be going into adding detailed documentation that the user can um, follow if they have any questions. They'll be answered, and basically going into proper instruction tutorial. And December we have the end of SIP 405 and also the end of when I graduate. So uh, hopefully, um, and I'm gonna reveal my SIP project, and hopefully everybody likes it. I think I learned a lot from going to the SHIPS showcase this semester, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope I answered any questions and concerns about the process, and I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.